Hi, welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. We got a letter. We received a letter for advice. So here. So again, to all, if you have a problem, don't hesitate to message, and we'll try to make the videos and give an advice as much as we can. We're gonna squish our mind and give an advice. Okay?
Squish our mind?
Yeah, squish our little brain. So, hi Terence and Beth. I am your followers on your channel and I'm very fan of Beth. Every time she speaks, I laugh. I think it's an insult, right?
Is that the right one? Haven't we just tried to read this one and it was the wrong one?
This is the right one.
It's the right
Yeah,
one.
thank you so much, ma'am. I'm happy that I'm able you to smile and laugh. I watch your advice videos and I'm eager to ask advice for my problem, because I know it's not just you that will advise but also your viewers. I have an American fiance and we started processing our papers for marriage. One night, he showed me the picture of Statue of Liberty. That's the one that standing like that, right?
Yes, it is.
In the movie, remember in the movie there's always like that in the beginning?
Yeah, it's not real, honey. It's a statue.
Oh, okay.
So the statue is always holding the thing up there like that. It doesn't get tired.
Okay. One night, she showed me the picture of the Statue of Liberty and he said, "Do I want to go there?" Of course, my answer is yes, because that's everyone's dream to go to America. And I told him once I will be in America, I will work so I can help him at the same time I can send money to my family. He didn't like my answer and said to me, "Let's postpone our marriage and think twice whether you want to marry me or not, because to tell you honestly, I will never bring you to America. In few weeks' times, we'll get married. What should I do? Do you think he is serious that he will not bring me to America? I love him, but I want to travel and see the other world. Thanks, Fatima." Fatima. Fatima.
Okay,
Your
Fatima.
advice.
Fatima, he set you up for a fall when he showed you the picture of the Statue of Liberty, right? He showed you the Statue of Liberty and he knew very well that you would say yes when he asked you that loaded question, do you want to see this? And when you said, yes, of course I do, and here are the reasons why, he then sat there and listened to your reasons, which were all perfectly valid, and then he said, sorry, I'm never bringing you to America. Now, why this only came up after you had said that you were getting married, I'll never know, because that would be something that should be said very, very early on. And I tell you why, from experience. I will never go back to America. So, knowing that, I told Beth very early on, before she fell so madly in love with my body, I told her, I said, look, I'm not going, I've come to live here in the Philippines and this is where I want to be, and I have no desire to go back to America. And I told her that, didn't I, honey?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. And now you're going to destroy that tape by fiddling about with it.
Just one.
Right. So, he set you up for the fall and he let you fall. Now, I think that his own concerns may be something that he's been dwelling on, and then he brought it up, and his concerns on the other side of that coin are quite real, and that is the concern of many Americans that come over here, many foreigners that come over here, and they find a Filipina that they are madly in love with. They take them home to their home country, and then suddenly this wonderful Filipina that they adored becomes something else. They become Americanized or Britishized or Australianized, which was what the man was actually seeking to get away from. He didn't want an Americanized Filipina. So, his concerns could be regarded as real as well. But you should have had this talk a long time ago. And now he's sprung it on you, and now he's saying, let's put it off Boy, that was easy. What do you think?
Maybe it's just a joke.
Maybe it's a joke? She didn't seem to be laughing.
Yeah, because in the message says that they're still going to marry, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's just the foreigner just think that think it twice.
Think it twice.
Yeah, think it twice. So you're finished on your advice?
Well, I'm looking forward eagerly to what you're going to say.
Yeah,
I
okay.
might learn something myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Even though we're already married, you might spring something on me.
yeah, so I think
So, yes, dear.
I understand your concern, your dream to travel the world. You know, I understand that, and at the same time, as you said that it's America is everyone's dream of, right? To go to America because every time we watch movies, in the television, always been America. America is linked very high. You know, it's a very it seems that when I was a kid, it's always been in school, America, America. It seems that the top of the world is America.
Yes,
know?
it's in the Filipino genes.
Yeah, so yeah, I understand if that's what if it's your dream to travel to America and your dream also to help your family back here because we know that the dollar to peso is a big help to your family who is in need of help. You know, but the concern is the foreigner who is your husband, who is an American foreigner, went to the Philippines to find a life. You know,
Yeah,
to
find
find a
Filipino.
life, to make a life, to create a life here in the Philippines because possible he got bad experience in his country. You know, and you know, maybe when that foreigner when he was been young, when he was been in his 30s, in his 40s, she already been married to a Filipino, which she didn't. I don't know if he's married or not, but if he's been married to a Filipina and he bring the Filipina to America, and then the Filipina when he arrives there leave him, you know, because he prioritized the work, he was been changed, you know, because there's other stories also that you know, so
Yeah,
not
there's
but not all, you know.
plenty of horror stories about
Yeah, but not
what's
general
happened.
because there's still a lot of good Filipinas, you know. So
Most,
that's another.
most actually, the majority are incredibly hardworking,
Yeah,
and that should always be in, because when a Filipina goes to America or to another country, usually they devote themselves to their work in order to support their family back
Yeah,
home.
back
They are
here.
completely selfless in this regard. In fact, I always say that they sacrifice themselves for their family by going to a country that isn't always so welcoming.
yeah, and at the same time, maybe your foreigner husband has a bad experience for, you know, like that. So
Well, we already dealt with that.
yeah,
didn't we?
so that's why, that's one thing, and another thing is maybe he has no life to come back. Maybe he has no house in America.
Well,
You know?
you didn't say what he was willing to do. He said, "I'm never bringing you to America," but you didn't say what. You were going to get married, and then you were going to live here, and he was going to live there. But you never fill this in on that part.
Yeah.
So assuming that he intended to come and live here, how would that work for you?
Yeah, and at the same time, you know, maybe later on when you're foreigner, when you get married and your foreigner see how devoted you are, how devoted and loving you are to him, maybe he will change his mindset and forget the pain in the past, right? The past experience before, and then he will bring you to America for vacation, you know, to show the world, to grant your biggest dream, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, who
I
knows?
think so.
And but you know, if you love that woman, if you love that man, it doesn't matter whether you live in America or other country or here in the Philippines, because the important thing is you've been live happily.
Well,
You
the
know?
important thing is that you found somebody that you love very much.
Yeah, and you've been able to create the life that you want to be, right?
Yeah.
You just, all you need to do, if you see America, then go to Manila. Manila has a lot of building, right? Manila has a lot of buildings. It's just like you're in other country, you know. So or if you want to experience snow, then there's also in Manila that you can go and have a snow experience.
You can have a snow experience in
Yeah,
Manila?
yeah, there's a place there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, but as I said, tell your husband, you know, tell your fiance to be that, look, I love you, so I will marry you, and I understand you, and I will take care of you. And at the same time, you tell him that, you know, who knows, in the future we will able to travel, and you could fulfill my birthday wish to go to America, right?
Yeah.
But as I said, wherever place you are, the important thing is you got your family, you know, because I got some friends from who's married, classmates who's married to a foreigner and went to America. They always says that it's different in the Philippines, and I want to go back to the Philippines, you know. So, you know, in different people have different opinion when it comes to going to America.
Well, if you look at the comments, of most of our videos that show ordinary life in the Philippines,
Yeah.
not talking about, we never show, because we never go, we never show these five-star resorts. We never show fabulous beaches. We never show incredible expensive restaurants, because we don't go there. And yet the ever increasing Filipino subscriptions that we have now, more and more Filipinos are subscribing to us, and they all want to come home. And that's a sobering thought, isn't it? They're there and they've reached their dream, and yet their dream changes and they want to come home. And just to close, when I used to come on the motorcycle when we first got here, and whether I was with Beth or whether I had Teleclick with me, I always used to stop at a certain part on the road up to the house when we're way up in the mountains, and I would look around and I would say to Beth, this is so beautiful. And I would say to Teleclick, who was a young girl then, I would say to her, you will remember in your life ahead, no matter where you live, you will remember how lucky you were to live in such a beautiful place. And I still think that.
Yeah, and you know, based on my experience, you know, we've been in Hong Kong for 7 days. You know, we've been in Hong Kong when we were in Cebu in the airport going to Hong Kong. I'm very excited. You know, I'm very excited to go to other country. You know, so when we were in the plane going landing, I look at Hong Kong. You know, the
Yeah.
building is just, wow, it's great. You know, this is a
Yeah.
great place. You know, when we were in the bus, you know, in the second floor bus, I said, wow, the what do you call that? The highways, the roads are very nice. You know, very.
You mean a swimming pool?
No, the road. Remember the skyway
Yeah,
that
but
doing the skyway, right? Remember this
and what
doing
were
that?
you in?
It's
When
very
this- You said when we were in the bath.
in the bus.
The bus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the second floor bus.
The double.
The
Yeah,
double.
we were in a double-decker bus. Okay.
Yeah, so when we were that, and we will be looking about the bridges, the skywalks,
Yeah.
right?
all about
the
all about
roads.
man-made architecture.
Yeah, the buildings. I said, wow, this
Yeah.
is a nice place.
And we couldn't
But-
wait. And after a while, we were quite happy to come home.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
later on, I just realized that people are different. You know, people are running around, looking cell phone. You know, in other words, you cannot see, like here in the Philippines, that everywhere neighbor are just sitting down, drinking some soft drinks, eating some bread. You know, that it's like not in hurrying. You know, so that's
Well,
not.
here they do have time for each other.
Yeah.
And what we noticed when we were in the train, what I actually took quite a lot of still photographs, which I showed on Facebook, and out of maybe 20 or a few more, 20 people that I could see in my immediate surroundings, maybe 15, so we're talking about maybe 70 or 75% of all the people that I could see, believe it or not, were on cell phones.
Yeah.
So they were completely shutting out their surroundings. and
Yeah,
the
so
people.
there's another thing. And so when in just few days I said it's nice to, I want to be home, if we can just walk, if there's a bus going to Bohol, we need to walk, we need to go home, because it's different. And then when we arrive, he says, this is very nice place, this is very nice place to be
We
home.
enjoyed it very much, but we realized that the way of life in a city,
It's different.
especially in a city like Hong Kong, was not for us. We actually had a great time,
Yeah, thank you,
especially
little
when
bit
we were
rich.
looking for rice,
Yeah.
which this girl wouldn't eat anything but rice.
Yeah, so it's different country, and at the same time you will miss your culture, so if your dream is to travel, then we understand that, maybe just vacation, but try to understand also that your husband wanted to keep you and treasure you, so maybe he was scared that
Yeah, that you change.
you change, and at the same time he was scared that maybe you prioritize work over him.
Yeah,
Yeah, so as I said, it's just our opinion, nothing to be
you need to
serious.
talk.
Yeah, and just communicate to your husband, to be, communicate, tell her what's inside your heart.
Or tell him.
Yeah, I'll tell him what's inside your heart, and at the same time, raise up all your questions and all your dreams. As I said, it's you, a husband and wife to be. The important is communication. So have a good day and God bless.